protect your soul.
Nightmares creep while you and me repeat. This bittersweet heat is suffocating. I'm waiting and always hesitating. Kryptonite desires set my heart afire. Heart on fire. Set my heart afire. With crimson secrets and forbidden bliss, can't stay still, don't stop that thrill. My bones crave your skin, temptation within, mistakes ignite the silence. Nightmares creep while you and me repeat. This bittersweet heat is suffocating. I'm waiting and always hesitating. Kryptonite desires set my heart afire. Heart on fire. Set my heart afire.
Hello, welcome back to the We Are City channel, and today is Manchester City versus Preston. We're back, City are back for their first game of the season, sort of. It's pre-season, and actually a little bit of news for you guys if you haven't seen it already. City's pre-season game away in France to newly sort of sister club Troyes has been cancelled, as we know, due to the COVID restrictions of travelling. It has been replaced now by a home game on the 31st of July against Barnsley. So if you didn't know about that, you do now. We've got a few people in the comments already. City are 75% currently favourites to win this game, according to you guys. They've got Super Eds here. Surely not Super Ed Woodward. He says hello. We've got Kieran also. He says City will be defo winning, but we can't be losing with that look like a good young team full of potential. Quite right. And Shamari's here as well. And he's even got a City logo on his little YouTube thing, which is good to see. A big City fan, I can tell. I think Super Ed's got Sancho on. So maybe not the biggest of City fans there, quite possibly. So like I said, City versus Preston today. And this is the City team that is out there today. So American Zach Steffen, who just came back for pre-season yesterday, starts and goal. We've got a back four of Joao Cancelo. Ruben Diaz, who's also in the same boat as Cancelo and Steffen, just come back. Ake and Benjamin Mendy in there today. In the midfield, it's Fernandinho. I actually got it as Rodri there, haven't I? That's something I need to change. Fernandinho's in the midfield. You can see it number 25, but I've left it as Rodri. I don't know why. Cole Palmer is also in there as well. And then also Ika Pozo is back from a loan. He's been on loan at the second division in Holland. I think it's the second division, or PSV's second side, which is a bit of an odd one, really, that he's considered to be in there, to be rated that highly. But for whatever reason, he is. I'm just going to change it so it says Fernandinho on the name for Rodri. That's something I didn't notice at the start. I think because I already have the team set up, and I obviously just didn't change it to Fernandinho for whatever reason. So we'll just change that quickly for you guys so you don't get confused when you see the team. In the midfield alongside him, like I said, is Pozo and Cole Palmer. And now Cole Palmer could be playing on the right hand side. It is not very clear where Cole will be playing. He could play on the right hand side. I assume it could be through the middle here. I don't know how you guys think the formation is going to be. You let us know. Kieran said there, Rodri's not in the team, it's Ferdinand. Yeah, I just switched it out there for you, Kieran, so people don't get confused. A mistake by me. And Shamas is a 15-0 win to City. So yeah, Cole Palmer's in the midfield 3. Which is going to be good. I think he's in the midfield 3, maybe on the right-hand side, like I said. But Mahrez tends to play on that right-hand side, doesn't he? I'm assuming it's going to be Ben Knight on the left-hand side. Ben Knight, who's had a very good season in the youth team. And then Morgan Rogers, who is one of my favourite players coming out the City youth team, is what it looks like will be at strike. He usually plays off the left-hand side, can play midfield. So we could see him play midfield, maybe Palmer at false 9, maybe Mahrez, but I personally think Rogers will be through the middle today. And honestly, he's really good. Keep an eye out for him. Crystal Palace have been linked with Rogers for around, I think it was 8 million or so, which doesn't look like it's happened yet, but maybe City are seeing how he performs. He was signed for around 7 million from West Brom a few years ago when he was 16 years of age. He's around 18 now, nearly 19, and he's had a very good season on loan at Lincoln in League One, who nearly got promoted. I think they just missed out, but that's quite interesting. I think he's a real top player. On the bench, we've got Kieran Slicker as a goalkeeper. Philippe Sandler, who's somehow still at Manchester City. He's been around for a long time. Clearly, it never worked out for Philippe Sandler, unfortunately. Patrick Roberts still plays for Manchester City. Yes, he's on the bench. He must be around 26 now and continues to be loaned out after that one successful loan at Celtic. He's never kicked on from there. Yan Kuto, excited to see him. I suspect he'll come on maybe at half-time for Joao Cancelo. We've got Pablo Moreno, who's signed in a swap deal with Felix Correa, who we signed from Sporting Lisbon. A lot of these players very much, unknowns. Samuel Ndozi, who's a good young player from the youth team. CJ Egan-Riley, Shea Charles, who's only 17. Matt Smith, the Welshman, who's been around for a very long time. Been in and out of the team on loans and things. Again, another one that City probably looking to move on in a permanent deal if they can find one. Claudio Gomez, another one who we expected big things from when he signed from PSG. That worked out for him. Luke Bolton, never going to be good enough. James McAtee, who's had a fantastic season for the youth team. One of the best in assist-wise. We've got Finley Burns as well, who can play centre-back or right-back. And also Micah Hamilton. Now, you might know Micah Hamilton. You might think, I don't know his name. Do you remember a few years ago in a game at the home where the ball boy threw the ball in really quickly? And it helped City in a way. I think we scored a goal from it. And Pep went over and told the ball boy he's very impressed by his game intelligence. That's Michael Hamilton. So that's a bit of an interesting story there for the ball boy. So Manchester City versus Preston, and then Manchester City versus Barnsley will be on the 10th, like I said. So that game is coming up as well. We'll probably cover it on this channel if the game is televised on. The game is on City Plus today, and you can watch the game. I think it's around $1.99 to subscribe for a month, but you get all the EDS games, apparently home and away. They didn't used to be, but you do now. Obviously, the pre-season games, no Premier League games, no FA Cup games, Champions League games, and so on. You get the highlights as well. It's very similar to what you get on YouTube, but of course, for today and so on, you do get the exclusives. It's going to be interesting to see how City perform today. It's going to be a big season, I think, coming up for Nathan Ake. I think last year he was shocking. He was out for so long, wasn't he, injured? But hopefully, a big season for him. Benjamin Mendy. It's a big season for him. I'm surprised he stayed at Manchester City, to be honest with you. You'd expect that Mendy would be leaving, but looks like he's staying City, not interested in a left-back. Cole Palmer he is one tipped to get into the first team this season. It's very interesting as well. No Romeo Lavia and no Liam Delap in the squad today. Both are rumouredly not fully fit, as they say, or it could be COVID because there has been a big COVID outbreak in the youth team. So I suspect maybe Liam Delap has been one affected by that. Probably Romeo Lavia as well. Two players, who are really highly rated by Pep Guardiola. Reportedly. We can only say reportedly. Kieran says a 3-0 win for the boys today. Clean sheet for Stefan will be good. Or if we let one, it'll be a 5-1. Feeling there will be a lot of goals, but I don't think we'll concede because we have Ruben. Well, exactly, and as you'd see on the news, on our community tab, if you look at our community tab, we put out all the news there, all the latest news, although there's just so much Jack Grealish news coming out, contradicting itself. I've actually started to stop, so hopefully he just signs at some point, or doesn't sign. I just like to know, I think like most people. But yeah, Diaz, he's going to sign a new contract apparently. I think he's only on about, only on, for a footballer, for a human being in the modern day, it's a lot of money, but for a footballer, it's not, only around 90,000 per week. So City are going to boost that to 140,000, signing on an extension. The same looks to be going for John Stones, whose contract is up at the end of the season. So I'm sure he will be interested in getting a new contract, and deserves a new contract, doesn't he, John Stones, especially after the season he had last year at Manchester City. Wes Angler says, Vamos City, let's go City, yeah. Hopefully we see a big win from Manchester City today. It'd be nice to see a big win, wouldn't it, really? Just to see them back and firing again. I don't really know too many of the Preston players. I know Sean Maguire, I think it is, striker, he's on the bench for them. But there's no one else really that stands out to me. Hopefully, City, just perform really well, Everyone's missed watching City, haven't they? I think everyone has massively missed watching City. And it's good to just have them back and just try to impress us, really. We know there's going to be big changes. Obviously, this is not the squad that will be playing at all when we go into the Premier League, It's not going to happen at all. But hopefully we see the likes of maybe Cole Palmer, Morgan Rogers especially. Those are the two that I'm picking out there today that could get into that team. Romo Lavia, James McAtee, maybe a Ben Knight or someone like that could possibly get in there. I don't think so, but we'll have to see how it goes. The players are coming out now. City in the new kit, of course. The all blue socks, blue shorts and blue shirt. And the squad numbers are, of course, in a sort of, what would you call it? What would you call it, I suppose? The digital clock. That's the sort of idea, isn't it? It is a sort of digital clock, but it doesn't look too bad. I suppose it could look worse, couldn't it? It could definitely look worse. Morgan Rogers there. He's a big lad, isn't he, Morgan Rogers? He's actually taller than Zach Steffen. So surely he's the man playing up top. Benjamin Mendy there. New haircut. He's had more haircuts than I think team appearances at the moment, similar to Paul Pogba. Steffen's only been back at the club for a few days, hasn't he? And he's back in there in the starting 11. And Kieran Slicker could come on. Trafford's, of course, going out on loan to Accrington Stanley, I believe. We've got Arnett Muric. I'm not sure what Muric is doing. He's floating about everywhere. He was once our second choice goalkeeper, wasn't he? But I don't think we're going to see him go anywhere in the future, Muric, in the Manchester City team at all. There's some exciting players, though, definitely. I'd like to see Pablo Moreno come on and make a difference, possibly. Yankuto. They're the ones I want to see off the bench, particularly. I don't think there's anyone else really that stands out to me. Maybe James McAtee as well. Probably McAtee, but they're the three that really I want to see come off the bench and make a difference. And Mahrez has gone with the blonde hair. It's a bit of a trend at the moment, isn't it, the blonde hair? Unfortunately, we didn't get to see all the City players with blonde hair, all the England players. And a familiar face on the bench here. Two familiar faces. Anyway, in the Preston North End side, Scott Sinclair. Ched Evans as well is in there. Three familiar faces. We've got Ched Evans, ex-Manchester City, Scott Sinclair, ex-Manchester City, and Greg Cunningham, ex-Manchester City fullback. So 3 ex-City players in there. I think they also had Josh Harrop in there. He was another one who looked to break through at Manchester United. Decided that he didn't want to play for United. He wanted to go and get some first-team football elsewhere. Decided to move to the side that is Preston North End. I think it's worked out for him pretty well. I think he's been impressive there. And he's getting first-team football, which he wouldn't get at Manchester United. So kick-off's underway, and it's looking from the start here that it's Ben Knight who is going to be playing through the middle, actually. He's only a small man. I expected Rodgers to be playing through the middle. Rodgers is off the left-hand side. Ben Knight through the middle. We've got Mahrez on the right-hand side. Pozzo is alongside Fernandinho in the middle, with Cole Palmer just a little bit further in front of the left-hand side. Cancelo's gone with the blonde hair as well. Like we said, that is definitely a trend at the moment. Here's Benjamin Mendy back to Fernandinho. City looking to get things working as well as possible. And the youngsters looking to impress here in the wide area with Capozzo, who's took on a man pretty well here, Capozzo, and he's going to get a cross into the box, and it's blocked away, but that was a good start from City. Capozzo from midfield, getting down the wing and trying to get a cross in. Good defending from the Preston captain. Corner ball, which Riyad Mahrez will take, but that's a very positive side from Manchester City. Here is Riyad Mahrez. 1 minute in already, and City already look attacking. Rodgers has come short. Cross to Rodgers here. It's a bit behind him from Cole Palmer. It's a poor pass. Rodgers, great pass. Palmer. Wonderful stuff from City. Fernandinho on the edge of the box. Wide to Nathan Ake. Preston come out. No fans in there, of course, today, like suspected. A great ball to the far post. Capozzo lays it off to Mahrez with a strike, who scores Riyad Mahrez, but he's offside. Capozzo. City get their opening goal, but it is offside. Don't get too excited quite yet. Mahrez is offside for that one. A good start from City here. Pozzo is making runs from midfield. More of a holding midfielder, the Spaniard. But he's making a lot of runs down the wide areas. Rodgers played a really, really nice pass, by the way, earlier on. Ake has come through the back of the Preston North End player. Referee says play on. Fernandinho with a handball to control the captain. And a free kick for Preston in the centre circle. City, no names in the back of the shirts today. All technical on the back, and no offsides as Shema. There's no VAR, so if the goal wasn't actually offside, we wouldn't know. Won't get to see it again, will we? There'll be no VAR here to the CFA, and they were expecting to let City fans in, but that has not worked, and here's a chance for Preston North End up the wide area now. Go back to the number 17. Playing the ball down the right-hand side. Preston will try and keep the ball and play some good football. Of course, one of our players, Nemetcha, once played some time there. How do I watch us actually play? Not someone talking about it, says Trenton. It's on City Plus if you want to watch the game. It's £2 to watch. That's a monthly subscription, that is. Here's Cole Palmer. Back he goes, and Nathan Ake steps up for City. But he's given it away here, and Preston in the green and yellow. Looking a bit like Norwich here. Play the ball around the back. Cancelo with a foul, it looked like, on the Preston player. Foot across. Referee says no, throwing for City deep in the Preston half. Cancelo comes across to take it. Here's Joao Cancelo. No worries, Trenton. And you'll get a monthly subscription for that, so you'll be able to watch all the EDS games, of course. You'd have to pay every month, but you could pay for now. They did used to do 3 30-day trials, but unfortunately those trials have ended. I looked at one of them myself, actually, for this game. Here's Joao Cancelo. Cancelo. Joshua Davis has come on, City. Here's Cole Palmer in a central role. Maybe Pep sees him there in the future, not on the right-hand side. A lot of fans have compared to Riyad Mahrez. It's a really nice ball back in Cancelo behind to Riyad Mahrez. And it's shepherded behind by the fullback for Preston, the number 3. Good play from City. Cancelo looking to unlock teams straight away there, which we know he can do. We know he's good at. The kit's looking nice, actually. I do like the home kit. I was at first thinking not really the kit for me. I didn't like the design, but looking at it now, I think it does look really nice. And I'm impressed by it. So that was very good. Here's Mahrez pressing the Preston players. They played the ball long. Fernandinho gives it away. Foot in there, trying to win the ball back. The midfielder who signed the new deal. Hard work from Pozzo, the number 66, to try and win it back. And there's a ball in behind here. Zach Steffen. Really poor pass. Fernandinho just clips it away. Back into the path of the Preston player. And if he had his head up there, he might have gone towards goal. Brilliant from Cancelo. Wonderful feet from Joao Cancelo into Riyad Mahrez on the halfway line. He goes for the nutmeg of the Preston player to try and unlock that Preston side there. City had men over. Not a great chance. Ball in behind here. Nathan Ake cuts it out. As Preston look to play a ball across the box. City have been lively so far. Cancelo looks very energetic. I suppose Cancelo has had a big rest, hasn't he? Not been playing at the Euros. Maybe we'll see him probably start the league ahead of Kyle Walker. I think definitely we'll start the season ahead of Kyle Walker. We'll probably see him in the Charity Shield game against Leicester City. Here's Ben Knight dropping deep. Looks like he's playing in the false 9 role, the number 96, and that's good play. Mendy, really nice idea. Ball through to Potso. He's again bursting forward from midfield. Making some real bursting runs here. Mendy, great work. Rodgers tries to lay it off the Benjamin Mendy that left-hand side, and it's won back by the Preston players. Preston back in possession here. Good switch of play by Preston to the left back, who's had a lot of touches here, the number 3. 6 minutes played in this pre-season game. City, of course, seeing the pre-season as a game, as a chance to build the fitness of the side, and to see what the youngsters can do. I think Phil Foden was always highly rated by the Manchester City staff and so on, but it wasn't until he played in that game against, if you remember, Manchester United in pre-season, and Pep Guardiola afterwards was crazy. He said he was absolutely crazy about him, said he's the best he's ever seen at that age. And Foden's proved that, hasn't it? Long ball by Preston up forward here. Ake misses it. It's a one-on-one with Diaz. The number 29 takes on Diaz, beats Diaz for pace, and Diaz just stays with him. And he's shot from the left-hand side of the goal. He's blazed over the bar. Diaz stuck with him all the way there. Had to. Diaz struggled a little bit there, though. Didn't look quite up to pace there. Joshua Davis is predicting a 4-1 win for Manchester City. And everyone is voting 94% expect a Manchester City win today. And I think we're all expecting a Manchester City win, aren't we, really? Here is Zach Steffen on the ball for City. No one's pressing Steffen, allowing him to just walk the ball to the edge of his box. He's actually out of the box now, as he looks for a pass. Not quite Edison on the ball, but he's switched it wide to Benjamin Mendy. A little knock on to Morgan Rodgers, who can't take that down, but he's actually worked into Mendy. Love a little back heel by Mendy. Rodgers, forward thinking pass again towards Ben Knight, wrongly executed by Rodgers. The right idea, and he looks like somebody's got an eye for a pass, Rodgers, actually, from the wing. I think physically he looks very ready for the Premier League, Rodgers, really, due to his height and stature. How can I watch the match? You can watch the match on City Plus. It is available to watch. I haven't actually put the clock on. Apologies for that. That's one thing I forgot. First time back, you forget some things, don't you? Let's get it up to the actual time, which is 8 minutes. So we should be on now. Get the clock in right time, you guys. I'm from India. Yeah, you can watch it on City Plus. It's £2 to watch the game, but that's a monthly subscription to City Plus. Just getting my clock time up with City's here as Preston give the ball away. Cole Palmer. Fernandinho. Slowed the game down a little bit, being calm. Cancelo into Mahrez again. Here is Riyad Mahrez, who's a mile offside the Algerian. That's poor from Riyad Mahrez. Really poor. Should do better there, Mahrez, really. Shouldn't be offside in that position. Him and Cancelo with a blonde hair connection down that right-hand side. Suspect they'll be playing a lot together. And could we see, any new signs in this City side? Do you think anyone's going to sign for City? A lot of people are saying maybe Jack Grealish. That looks possibly a likely one. Harry Kane. I mean, be two incredibly good signings, wouldn't they, for the club if those two were to happen. Here's Benjamin Mendy. 9 minutes gone. Mendy with the blonde hair also. Oh, really poor pass by Mendy. Gets away with it. He's dribbled it out of play, Mendy. It's a throw in for Preston. That's really poor from Mendy, who continues to show that he isn't quite the quality that City want in a full-back position. Although City have denied any interest in Nuno Mendes. And Brent Knight here with a chance. Knight, great skill. Play to Pozzo. Good tackle from the Preston player. Wasn't the best of passes from Knight. I think he had Mahrez, who was probably a better pass to the right-hand side. Great physicality from Knight, though. Great balance. Managed to just control it. And that was really what helped him a lot. The actual City Plus broadcast has paused for a minute here. The clock is still ticking, but it's back now. Here's Mahrez doing a bit of pressing, and on the centre circle, he fouls the Preston player. So, Mahrez there. Clear foul by Riyad Mahrez. I don't think you can argue that one. Here's Preston end on the left-hand side. City keep the pressure. It's like Cole Palmer and Ben Knight are playing that sort of double false 9 role that we know Pep likes to use. He's used it with Bernardo Silva and Kevin De Bruyne. Ben Knight, a youngster who was signed from Ipswich. High hopes for him. Preston playing a sort of back 5. The wing back, number 3, is getting the ball a lot. And he's played a really nice ball up here to Diaz, who's had to clear it away. Fernandinho back into the pass. The Preston player strikes one of the half volley. Ake blocks and then passes it back to Zach Steff, and City confidently playing it out in their own box. Joshua asks, has Kaiki signed for City? He has signed for City. I think it has been confirmed. It looks like he will go on loan to Troyes in France with fellow player Matinho. I don't think the league is finished over there yet in France, however. Hence why he's not quite made that move. In Brazil, sorry. The league has finished in France. The league hasn't finished in Brazil quite yet. So he'll be playing for Fluminense until probably January, in which case he will join Troyes then on the loan. Cancelo with the ball to the far post here. Into Morgan Rogers on his chest. Just couldn't get it under his control, Rogers. Unlucky. Preston deal with it and clear it away. Fernandinho love a little chest down on the halfway line. Down to Benjamin Mendy. Podso. Here's Cancelo. Another nice ball over to Rogers, who gets his head on it, Rogers. He's working hard. Wonderful touch from Morgan Rogers. He takes it down. He's gone down here. It's not going to be a penalty, but he looks a very, very good player, as Morgan Rogers. Class touch, that. Cancelo's played 2 really good lofty balls over the defender's head that's just found Rogers. Oh, they've got him behind Cancelo here down the left-hand side. Number 29 for Preston. He's gone all the way to the edge of the box, and he's found Ben Knight in the end. It's a really poor pass from a very good position for Preston there. We should keep him, says Joshua Davis. He's good. Yeah, Kaiki's a very good player. Brazilian Mahrez, they say, aren't they? Very similar players stylistically. Here's Hughes for Preston North End. All the way back to the centre-backs. Ben Knight keeping the press on with Rogers. He's looked lively as Morgan Rogers. And so he should be. Hopefully. He really does impress Pep today. I've got high hopes for him. I think he's a very good player. Even though he's not really been given many chances. He's had a very good successful loan at Lincoln. I think if they would have been promoted, we could have possibly seen him stay there. Cancelo, lovely pass again. He's clearly really playing to a high standard here, João Cancelo. And I mean, we know his quality, don't we? Maybe he's a bit hit and miss sometimes, but we know his quality. Here's Ake, City keeping possession, and every player stepping up towards the halfway line. Cancelo dropping narrow. Works it wide to Riyad Mahrez, who's holding the width here on the right-hand side for City. Couple step-overs. Body shimmies. Fernandinho on the edge of the box. Still Fernandinho. Rogers is holding the width on the left-hand side. Cancelo now. A little 1-2 with Podso. Cancelo to Mahrez further right. Mahrez again to Fernandinho. About 10 yards away from the edge of the box. Fernandinho looks for a ball over top to Riyad Mahrez. Mahrez is there, keeps it in. It's cleared behind from Preston. I think Riyad Mahrez is offside and the ball's going out of play there. Offside, says the linesman. Diaz is the sort of destructive centre-back, isn't he? And Ake alongside the more ball-playing centre-back. Rogers here, it wasn't a penalty. They're showing a replay where he went down the box. Just lost his balance. But they did have a hold of Morgan Rogers. Wasn't enough. Here is Lindsay for Preston. Ball forward. Ake through the defender. The striker. Evans to get on the end of it. Goalkeeper Ripley for Preston. Got their names up now, so I know who they are. Evans tries to knock it on. Cancelo knocks it down into Riyad Mahrez, who's there quickly. Flicks it around the corner to Podso. And he's a great ball in behind to Ben Knight, who could take it around the keeper here. Ben Knight goes for a nutmeg, and the goalkeeper smothers it. That was a great chance for youngster Ben Knight there. Great play from Mahrez round the corner into Ika Podso. He had Ben Knight to the right of him. Rogers making a run through the left. Rogers was a much more difficult pass, but probably in a better position. He went to Ben Knight instead. He was through. Tried to go through the keeper's legs. And it just came off the heels of Ripley. And Ben Knight, as he went to get to the rebound, the keeper smothered it. That was a good chance for City there. Pozzo's playing really well, by the way, in midfield. Bit older than the younger players. I think he's around 21, 22. Here's Cole Palmer. Wide he goes to Benjamin Mendy. Mendy on this left-hand side. Similar to Mahrez on the right-hand side, holding the width. Staying to the byline. Here's Diaz. Mahrez. Footing on Riyad Mahrez, and it's going to throw into Preston. Not what Riyad Mahrez is expecting. Seems very disappointed with that decision. But it's gone against Riyad Mahrez there. Not quite sure. As Mahrez went to pass it to Cancelo, the foot came in from fullback Earl. Mahrez is determined it came off them. And Preston back in possession with Lindsay. Wide to the fullback. I think Vandenberg, who is on loan from Liverpool. I see him more of a centre-back than as a wing-back. But he's playing as a wing-back, the Dutchman. Fernandinho, good battle there by Fernandinho. And Ledson. And he wins that battle as Fernandinho, as he wins many battles. I think I've seen some interesting things of Fernandinho's son. I don't know whether it's real or not, because he's been posting a lot of stuff about, you know, oh, will City sign Kane and Grealish, whatever. I don't know how old he is. And I think it might be a Photoshop of what they are saying, that they are suspecting that Fernandinho's son has put out, that, you know, I can't wait to see, oh, what was it? My father laughing at the salty tears of Villa fans or something if Grealish signs. I can't see it being real, to be honest with you. it quite easily could be. Palmer with a really nice ball in behind here. Here's Rodgers. Oh, really poor cross by Rodgers. And it's actually gone out before it finds Mahrez on the right-hand side. Predominantly right-footed, I think, Morgan Rodgers. That's why he's made a mistake there with that left-footed cross. Went behind the goal, over the crossbar and behind. I suspect City will make quite a few changes as well at half-time. There's no doubt that they'll bring on maybe James McAtee, people like that. City pressing again with Cole Palmer, ball forward. Ake knocks it down, Fernandinho. Over top to Palmer. Ooh, footer, a high foot by Cole Palmer. A kick in the head for the Preston player. Whether he actually touched, I think, is it Story? No, it is Story. Studs in the head from Cole Palmer. I don't think there'll be any red cards in a pre-season tournament. I don't think he even touched the Preston player, to be honest, with the studs there. Just tried to flick it over and get him behind Cole Palmer. Very silky player. Reminds a lot of people of Sammy and Azra, they say. So, free kick for Preston, which will be taken by the goalkeeper Ripley. Long. Cancelo knocks it down. Well done, Shrout. Mahrez keeps it in. Lovely touch by Mahrez. Behind Pozzo, however, with the pass. He's battling to try and win it back, but here is Sean Evans. Earl back out wide to Hughes, the fullback, who's playing sort of, well, he's a centre-back playing like a fullback at the moment. Overlapping. Behind for a Preston throw in here, off Mahrez. City have been pretty good so far, haven't they, really? It's pre-season, the first game. Mainly about fitness more than anything else. Finding your rhythm. Oh, chance here for Preston. Great defending from João Cancelo against Barkhausen, who was in there with a chance to shoot. Daniel Max is here. Good to have you, Daniel. Looking for a City win here. Pozzo, Port. Earl again, the fullback on this left-hand side. Potts. Going to strike from range, Potts. Just tries to put it towards the bottom corner. Catch Zach Steffen off guard. Didn't work. With nowhere near the goal, maybe 5 or 6 yards wide. Opportunity over Preston. City was standing off them there. The midfielders were not tight to him at all. Here's Nathan Ake. Mendy. Oh, I love a little burst of pace from Mendy as he takes it past 2 Preston players. Oh, then he loses it because he's so slow and he makes a foul as well. Typical Benjamin Mendy, that. One moment of brilliance. You see how poor he is after that. It's not good enough at all from Mendy there. You expect him to be better, really. You do, you know, when you pay, what was it, 52 million for a fullback? Oh, lovely taken. Quick free kick by Preston. Nathan Ake slides in. Blocks it away. That was a nice set piece from Preston North End there. Quickly played in behind the wall. City asleep. But the thing is, when Preston played it in behind, towards the edge of the box, the cross that came across, there's actually no one in there. Ake could have taken a touch. There was no Preston player attacking it. Weren't on the same wave as the other two. Nodded away by City. Preston are growing into this game. Starting to grow in possession. And here's Ripley. Great switch out wide to Earl. And ooh, Joao Cancelo's gone down holding his face here. Shed Evans has left an arm in on Joao Cancelo or something. Evans sees the funny side of it. I don't think Joao Cancelo does. He's not happy with that. Cancelo's really not happy with that. City free kick anyway. Here's Ake. Works the ball wide to Mendy on this left-hand side. He's bringing the ball inwards. Fernandinho's telling Mendy, bring the ball forward. Move. Then he gets into Fernandinho. He's now in space because Fernandinho knows that the midfield's going to step back if Mendy brings that ball forward. Cancelo with the ball in behind to Knight. Great movement from Ben Knight. Into Mahrez. Fernandinho again. Wide to Benjamin Mendy. Fernandinho's a key part in this team at the moment, but he's lost the ball there with a poor touch. And Preston looks to counter. Diaz steps out, and Diaz makes a foul. Don't think that was a foul, though, by Ruben Diaz. That was a strange decision from the referee. Shed Evans wins it, but I did not think that was a foul at all. In the Preston half, after the centre circle. Long ball forward, Ake calmly nods it down. That was an easy one to deal with. Preston just no idea there, just lumping it over the top. Here's Cole Palmer. Mendy. Fernandinho. Good turn by Pozzo. Great play. Cancelo. Pozzo continues his run. Into Riyad Mahrez. Two have come across to him. Cancelo. On his left foot. Tries to curl him from the edge of the box. Cancelo into the top corner. It's headed away by Whiteman. And it's going to be a corner in Manchester City. Great space for him right in the edge of the box on his right hand side. Looking to curl that one into the top corner. And he's got the quality to do that. We know he's got the quality to do that, Joao Cancelo. So, corner for Manchester City. Comes in. Headed away. Cancelo it falls to on the edge of the box. Rodgers. Mahrez. Great ball in behind here. Cole Palmer. Palmer still. Still going Palmer. Great balance. Rodgers. Strength. He's fouled Morgan Rodgers right in the edge of the box by Earl. It's a free kick to Manchester City in a very dangerous position. Good work from Morgan Rodgers. Really good work from him. City with a chance to maybe go direct with this one. A trip on Rodgers. He tried to keep his foot in there, but he couldn't keep his balance. Goalkeeper Ripley about to get tested by, looks like Riyad Mahrez who stood over this. Throwing my water away. Here's Mahrez. Ripley organising his wall for Preston North End. Looks a very big wall, doesn't it, the Preston wall? All plus 6 footers. Big space though for Mahrez to aim for here. Mahrez steps up. Mahrez! Oh, what a goal. What a goal from Riyad Mahrez. 1-0 Manchester City. It's a cracker from the free kick. Lifts it up and over the wall into the top corner. Goalkeeper absolutely no chance of getting to that one. You can't blame the goalkeeper at all. Wonderful free kick from Riyad Mahrez. Manchester City lead by 1-0. Brilliant, brilliant goal from Riyad Mahrez. I think City are going to have a break here. What a fantastic free kick from Mahrez. Really is. Lifts it up and over the wall. So easily for him. So relaxed the way he steps up for that. On his left foot. which we know is great. Shamar says, come on. Brilliant from Riyad Mahrez. And Manchester City lead by 1-0 here against Preston North End. Really good start. Earls fouled by Cancelo, they thought, but Cancelo says no. The referee agrees with him. And Cancelo will take the throw-in for Manchester City. Got movement from Mahrez, Pozzo, Fernandinho as well. Ben Knight's really working well in that sort of job of dropping deep. Playing in that false 9 role. Fernandinho. Into Benjamin Mendy. Now on this left-hand side. He switches the play to fellow fullback João Cancelo. He's got runners in Mahrez, Pozzo, Rodgers. Cancelo looks for a ball over top to Cole Palmer bursting from midfield. But he can't find him. It's a nice idea from Cancelo, who is probably our best creative player at the moment. Ripley, the goalkeeper, Preston, looks to have perhaps picked up an injury here. Diaz, good header. Palmer, great battle, and Fernandinho back to Benjamin Mendy. Good work from Cole Palmer. Mendy takes on his man, beats him. Fernandinho. Switch of play from Fernandinho to Morgan Rodgers. It's a great pass. Rodgers. Can't get his foot on it, can Rodgers, to keep it in. Probably should do better with that one, Rodgers, really. Fernandinho with a great diagonal pass as well over the top. And he's picked up the ball again here, Fernandinho. He's so relaxed. Make sure the game's played at his pace. Here's Zach Steffen in goal. He's been good as well, Steffen. You know, last season when Ederson had COVID, Steffen stepped up when he needed him. He did. He played those games against Chelsea and teams like that. Manchester United played the cup games, didn't he? I know he made that mistake, I suppose, against Chelsea, which a few people were really unhappy with. But overall, I think he had a very good season. Here's Nathan Ake bringing the ball out for Manchester City from the back. Good movement from Pozzo to drop deep, who is actually playing, I think, further forward than Cole Palmer. And Pozzo is, you'd say, more of a defensive midfielder, really. But he's playing a very free role at the moment. Here's Ruben Diaz. Possibly the sort of role we could see Jack Grealish play. The position that Pozzo's playing. Here's Zach Steffen again. City, very calm. Not rushing anything. Not rushing the attacks. The movement's good. Steffen passes it out to Palmer here. Receives it under pressure. Plays it forward to Rodgers. He's done really well there. Big tackle on Pozzo. It'd be a free kick, that. But good play from Rodgers there. Round the corner. What a little 1-2. And then he was going to burst away. Here's Fernandinho. Mendy. Pass on it to Pozzo if you can find him. Bit of a slack pass, but it gets away with it. Here's Diaz bringing it forward for Manchester City. Pozzo again. Great turn again from the Spaniard, whose first touch when he's got his back to goal is absolutely fantastic at the moment. He looks a very, very high quality player. But he looked to pick up a knee injury here. Tough tackle on him by Hughes. Clash of knees. Hopefully he's going to be okay, because he's played very well today. Been very impressive as he limps away. Here's Mahrez. Got one-on-one here, isolated against Earl. Doesn't quite take him on, however, which I'm surprised at. Back to Mahrez again, with Cancelo passing it to him. Mahrez step overs. Mahrez into his left foot. Mahrez, pulls the ball back. Felt he was fouled by Earl, and pressed the North End counter through Barkhausen. And he's given it away to Fernandinho, who's done really well, Fernandinho. Smarmy Nasser says, by the way, where is your latest FIFA career mode video? I can't see it on your channel. That's something, I'm going to put a community post out about that, Smarmy. Basically, YouTube took it down because the Premier League copyright striked it, because they thought it was actual game footage from Manchester City versus Spurs. And it's obviously not, is it? It's gameplay. But they say it can take up to 30 days, so hopefully it's back up. If not, I'm going to get onto YouTube and say, you know, come on now. It's clearly, you've got it wrong that the Premier League have copyright striked it. We'll just have to give it a chance. Hopefully it's up by the end of the day. I will chase it up after this game, don't worry. But it is something so frustrating, isn't it? It's clearly not real gameplay. Rodgers got the ball on the edge of the box here. A shot that's deflected into the hands of the goalkeeper, Ripley. But yeah, I'll try and get that career mode video up as soon as possible. The problem is with YouTube, they just don't care about you. So they'll give it 30 days, won't they? In which case, all my videos will be out. So the rest of the videos will be out. So hopefully it'll be back up soon. I think it did get about 100 views, so 100 people have seen it. And then after that, they took it down. Very frustrating. I suppose I could try and cut out that part of the video. That is a possibility. But it's about 5 minutes, I think. Which is maybe half the gameplay. Free kick to Preston here. Foul by Riyad Mahrez or Cancelo. Ball in here to the midfielder. Here's Earl. Bring the ball forward for Preston on his left-hand side. Wide to Baukhausen. Earl again, looking for that first-time cross, but Diaz has stayed tight to him. Oh, great pass here. Poor play from City. Rodgers back in there, defending, strike from range, and it bowls all the way through into the hands of our goalkeeper, Zach Steffen. He's a safe pair of hands, the American. There's a very good chance there. A good chance. Didn't work out though. City playing out from the back. Diaz. Ball forward. Posto knocks it on. Can't find Ben Knight. Preston back in possession. You've done well with that one at Preston North End. They really have. But they've had to go all the way back to Ripley here. Ben Knight's pressing on his own. He's a bit disappointed with his team. I suppose he is trying to press three at the back, which is hard. Diaz through the back of the Preston player. Big physical force, isn't he, Diaz? Here's Fernandinho. Here's Rodgers. Across to Palmer on the left-hand side of the box. I know the other YouTubers will face the same issue. It's about the part where the lineups are shown maybe come out on the field, so maybe you can remove that part. Yeah, I might. There is an option, I think, on YouTube, just that they will clip it out for you, so I might just do that instead. Palmer, brilliant footwork on his left foot. Into Rodgers. Oh, it's a poor pass from Morgan Rodgers towards the edge of the box to Mahrez, and Preston look to counter once again, which is read by Ruben Diaz and Pozo. Down to Cancelo. Cancelo again. Wide to Mahrez, the outside of the boot. Isolated against Dale once again, but not confident in taking on, it seems. Second chance for Riyad Mahrez to take him on. Mahrez to the byline, right foot across the box. Defender Hughes slides in, gets his body on it, but nearly puts it in his own net. Flies into the side net, and Mahrez's cross deflects off him. And it's a corner for Manchester City. Here's Palmer on the left foot. Lays it off to Mahrez. He does cross it in towards Nathan Ake. Nodded away by Preston. Fernandinho taking on the Preston player. Oh, he's done well here, Fernandinho. Oh, footwork. Great work. Cross is poor, however. Fantastic by Mahrez, though. Pressing, winning the ball back. Cancelo. Fantastic pass out to Ben Knight. Comes off the Preston player. It doesn't. Just misses his foot. Ben Knight just didn't expect the Preston player to miss it. That's a throw-in to Preston North End. City are playing well. They are playing well. Fernandinho showing a bit of a Brazilian flair there at the left-hand side. Little Cruyff turn, cut back, taking them on. Didn't quite work out. But he's been very good, Fernandinho, in the midfield. He doesn't seem to age, does he, at all? I mean, I know this is a pre-season game, but he just doesn't seem to age at all, Fernandinho. Seems to always play to an incredibly high level. And nothing's stopping him. Here's Ruben Diaz. Cancelo. Bursting forwards route. Wide to Mahrez. Mahrez, he studs, lays it off. Ben Knight, he's got to go back now. Mahrez to Ruben Diaz. Fernandinho. Diaz again. City stretching Preston here. Lots of runs being made in behind all times from Rodgers, Palmer. Bursting from midfield. Here's Fernandinho. Mahrez, oh, One-on-one here, Mahrez. He's space here for Cancelo. Mahrez. Greedy from Riyad. Had a pass there to Cancelo. Ben Knight, great touch. Wide to Cole Palmer. Into Mendy. He's gone back to Rodgers. Fernandinho. Rodgers. Pozzo. Great football from Manchester City here. Here's Mahrez again. Cancelo's trying to get wide at this right-hand side. Good little bit of step overs. Ball in behind to Rodgers. Fantastic. Good touch as well from Rodgers. Mahrez. Looking for the pass. He's had to go all the way back to Diaz. City are trying to pick those little passes in this Preston defence. Preston are, you know, pretty deep. They're holding a strong line though. Defence is well drilled. You can see that, this five at the back. Here is Riyad Mahrez. Into Pozzo. Fernandinho. Into Mahrez again. This is great from City. Cancelo on the overlap. Gives Mahrez space. Mahrez swings it to the far post. Ben Knight is there. Cleared away. Oh, great little header and give and go by Ched Evans. And he's in behind the City defence here. And Zach Steffen off his line. Sliding tackle by Steffen. Great play from the goalkeeper. That was a good chance for Preston there. Diaz got sucked in. Way too aggressive. Shows the wrong option. Cancelo. Wonderful pass on his left foot. Wide to Mahrez in acres of space here. He's one-on-one here with Hughes. Mahrez. Great tackle by Hughes. Sat down by the centre-back. Very good against Mahrez. Fernandinho wins the ball back for Manchester City, however. Fernandinho. Click one towards Rodgers. Pozzo can't get it under his control. And Preston look to get it away again, but City are relentless in the attacking. Ripley under pressure from Rodgers. Preston play out very well. And City's midfield have pressed very highly. Palmer's working hard to get back here. Fullback makes a heavy touch, and who's there to clean up as usual? Fernandinho. Brilliant from him. City back in possession. But looking very fluid, City, aren't they? Especially these bursting runs from midfield. We saw, you know, Ilkay Gundogan excel doing that last season. Got so many goals. And he's expected that maybe a player like Jack Grealish can come in and play that role. Here is Ake. Fernandinho back to Ake. Just keep knocking it between each other, hoping Preston will press. Try and win the ball back off them at the moment. Not looking interested in doing that. Here's Ake. Good pass to Diaz, but a little bit behind him. Still Diaz. Back to Ake again. Who's sitting the deepest of the centre-backs. Wide to Mendy. Got three runners here, Mendy. He's found Ben Knight. He's pulled down. That's got to be a red card. Well, this is definitely, if it wasn't a pre-season friendly, it wouldn't be a red card. Oh, it's offside against Ben Knight. That would have been a red card without a doubt. Without a doubt, would have been a red card for the Preston player. I suppose pre-season friendly is the only thing stopping it from being that. But Ben Knight is offside. Meaning the referee's decision is forced anyway. An easy one. He doesn't have to give the red card. He doesn't have to make a decision. Good work from Cancelo. As Preston go to attack, puts it behind for a throw into Preston. I'm not sure if they wants to try a long throw in. Doesn't look like it. Hill throws it back to his defender and Hughes goes back again. Preston, long ball forward. Great ball into Earl. First time to the edge of the box here. Chance takes it round Diaz. Cancelo across. Still a chance here. Earl once more. Barkhausen. Preston on the edge of the box. He's got a runner from fullback. Header across the box. Diaz away. Rodgers down to Palmer. Palmer into Knight, who's just not quite awake to it. Palmer did well. Well done, Cole Palmer. Oh, he's lost it though. In a fullback position. Cross across the box to Ched Evans, who's there to tap it in. Zach Steffen's quickly off his line to pick it up. Good goalkeeping from Zach Steffen. And City play a long ball forward to Riyad Mahrez. Hughes is across well. And City win a throw-in far into the Preston half. Good goalkeeping from Steffen, by the way. Did really well to read that pass across the box. Palmer maybe a little bit overconfident on that left-hand side there. He's gone to play a ball in behind. It's lost and he's won it back. Straight away though, Palmer. Had a good battle actually of the midfield. Here's Nathan Ake. Potho. Diaz. Cancelo. Brilliant from Cancelo. Doesn't even touch the ball, but it's just his foot movement over the ball there in the feint. Confused them. Cancelo with the ball into the box to Ben Knight, who lifts himself in the air to try and hit it with his head. Only about 5'5", I think. 5'4", the winger. He's playing up forward. There's Fernandinho. Mahrez. Pozzo. Did well. Cancelo. Again, love a little bit of play from Cancelo. Oh, incredible. Mahrez. Over top to Mendy. Mendy across the box, and Cole Palmer puts a sitter over the bar. Cancelo, wonderful work down the right-hand side. He pulls it back to Riyad Mahrez in the edge of the box. Mendy bombs on the overlap, in behind all the players, straight over the top. Mendy knocks it down to Cole Palmer. It's a tap-in, and he's put it over the bar. Should be scoring there, Cole Palmer. Should be scoring there. He'd be disappointed with that one. Really disappointed with that one that he hasn't finished that. That was a fantastic chance. Goalkeeper Ripley sends it long. Diaz, good defending. Seems to always get just something on it, doesn't it, Ruben Diaz? It's a shame. Cole Palmer didn't finish that. He's one for the future, definitely. One that City are expecting, big things from. Ripley, the goalkeeper, sends it long. Fernandinho in for the battle with the midfielder, and guess who wins it? Fernandinho, as he wins most things. Nathan Ake. Fernandinho. Mendy. Fernandinho again. Mendy back to Fernandinho. Loads of little 1-2s between the two experienced players. Ben Knight. Great skill from Ben Knight, and the Preston player has to pull him back to stop him from getting away from him. Good footwork from the ex-Ipswich man, who's been fantastic. And he's doing really well, Ben Knight, in that false 9 role. Obviously not a role he's used to. Here's Hughes for Preston. Long down the line. Fernandinho intercepts it again. He's absolutely everywhere, Fernandinho. Across the box. Ooh, he's tried a ball into Morgan Rogers from deep. Very nearly found the header, Rogers. Ripley, the goalkeeper, just got on the end of it to stop it. Foul here by Rogers on the Preston fullback. Free kick for Preston. Here they come again. Playing out from the back, Preston North End. With Lindsay. Whiteman. Oh, good skill from the midfielder. Into Potts. He goes round the corner to Barkhausen. Back to Earl. And a long ball forward here, which Nathan Ake calmly picks out the air. Just plucks it out of the air on his chest, Nathan Ake, the Dutchman. Very easy for him. Here's Diaz. Mendy. Mendy working the ball forward. Cole Palmer. Rogers had made a run. He's disappointed that Mendy didn't try and find him. Fernandinho. Cancelo. In behind to Ben Knight, who's so quick, and he's just not gotten the end of it. Really intelligent run from Ben Knight. Good bit of darting pace from him as well. Cancelo tries to find him. He just can't get a foot on it. And then maybe try and lift it over the goalkeeper. But he looks very, very impressive as Ben Knight. Probably, out of all the youngsters, the most impressive so far. City are dropping back, letting the goalkeeper go as far as he wants forward here. Sends a long ball. Cancelo up and wins it. Behind for a throw into Preston, but really good work from Cancelo again. 44 minutes played, so I don't think there'll be much added time. And we will have a break over half-time. Chance for you guys if you want to chat amongst yourself in the chat. That is half-time. No added time at all. Manchester City 1, Preston North End 0. Goal from Riyad Mahrez from a set piece, from a free kick. beauty into the top corner. But Mahrez, Cancelo have worked really well on that right-hand side. Ben Knight dropping into the hole in that false line position, making runs in behind. He has been very, very impressive, has Ben Knight at striker, and probably out of all the youngsters, the most impressive. The most impressive, maybe experienced player out there, I would say, was either Fernandinho or Joao Cancelo. Mahrez has been good, yeah, the free kick, but other than that, he's looked a bit off the pace. Pozzo as well, actually, has looked very good in midfield. And considering you know him as a more defensive midfielder, the Spaniard who spent last season on loan at PSV Eindhoven's second division side, he's actually performed, you know, someone who's very, very experienced, someone who's played in maybe the first division of Holland. So that's been impressive as well. Rodgers had his few chances, but not quite found them. But it's been a very interesting first half. And something to look at is the tactical-wise, the runs from midfield. Pep clearly wants, from what we're seeing right now, 2 attacking midfielders alongside a holding midfielder. And that's suggested to me that he wants maybe someone more offensively thinking than Gundogan on that left-hand side of the midfield 3. And perhaps that's something City could get if they were to bring in a player like Jack Grealish. So we're going to let you enjoy yourself together in the live chat over half-time. I'm going to have a little break for 10 minutes or so, and then I'll be coming back just before the second half. So talk amongst yourself. We're back after this short little break.
to protect your soul.
Nightmares creep while you and me repeat. This bittersweet heat is suffocating. I'm waiting and always hesitating. Kryptonite desires set my heart afire. Heart on fire. Set my heart afire.
Well, welcome back to the We Are City channel for the second half of Manchester City versus Preston. City currently lead by a 1-0 in this game in the pre-season tournament. Had some pretty impressive players out there. The unnamed noob is here, and he is the guy with more cash. Change your name all the time, don't you? You've been in Spain, but no internet. So now I'm in France. Okay, so you've moved from Spain to France purely because of the internet. New City kit reference to the QPR game, but put it 10th place in the kits list. Yeah, I quite like it, you know. I'm growing on it. I think it'll grow on you the more you see it. And you've lost cash. Well, you're the guy with no cash now. Hence why you are the unnamed noob. So what were you doing in Spain then, unnamed noob? What were you doing? On holiday, I assume? Enjoying the sun? What are you going to do with no internet? Surely you've had to learn some Spanish maybe. Because I know when I've been on holiday with family before in Spain, there's no internet, and that you put on the TV, it's just Spanish TV. It's quite funny, I think, when you see quite a lot of English people especially. They watch Spanish, you know, to them, foreign TV, and they just watch it, and because they're so used to watching TV, they just, yeah, I'll watch it, and they don't understand the word of it, but they'll watch it. I know when I was in Hungary as well, I watched Blade. I don't know if you've ever seen Blade. I watched Blade in Hungarian with some family members, and obviously one of them speaks Hungarian, so they were just every now and again translating what was happening. Luckily, it's sort of an action film, Blade, so you sort of know what's going on a little bit from that, but I'd never seen it before, you know, the vampires and everything, and every now and again we'd just say, what's he said now? And she'd go, oh, he said this or whatever. You were swimming and football, very interesting, and Spanish TV. Hola, soy Dora. Hello, I'm Dora. Oh, well done. Learning a bit of Spanish, are you? That's good to see. It's good to learn a language. Good to speak different languages. I'm very much somebody who's for that sort of thing. I do like a bit of languages, and if you are interested in languages and different things, unnamed noob, on our second channel, which I've now made my personal channel, I think that was the best idea. Go and subscribe to it. We will be posting videos, possibly, in the coming weeks. City have made some big changes at half-time. I might even update the team sheet. Philip Sandler's come on, the number 34, and he's got the captain's armband on the Dutchman. Claudio Gomez is on as well, so two big changes for City there. It looks like Diaz possibly and Fernandinho have come off. I think there's been quite a few changes here for City, so when they confirm what the team... 10 changes for City at half-time. There you go, fully new side. Well, when they actually tell us who that is, I'll try and update the team sheet for you guys. 10 changes at half-time, a fully new team, barring possibly the goalkeeper. So that's an interesting one. But it's good to have you back, unnamed noob, and watching City games with us. It feels like it's been a long time, hasn't it, really, since we've been watching City games. So Pablo Moreno seems to have gone up top. Claudio Gomez in the holding midfield role. Philippe Sandler's got the captain's armband on. Luke Bolton's gone to left back. Completely different side. So when I know what the team is now, I'll try and update it. Ball in behind here. Pablo Moreno running. I think Yan Cuto's coming at right back as well, which is going to be interesting to see. Yeah, he is on there, Pablo Moreno. Number 41. Number 87, James McAtee's on as well. There's some big changes for City. I don't think Preston have made any changes. They've stuck with it. Usual throw forward. City went a throw in. That's a poor one by Preston. Kicked it into his own player with such power that he couldn't control it. Here's Yan Cuto. Into Pablo Moreno on his chest. Cuto. Good play by the Brazilian who looks calm, collected. So is Philippe Sandler, actually. Is it John Stones? It's someone who looks similar to Stones in his passing style who's coming at the right centre-back position. Only Stefan is the one that isn't changed. I don't think Stones was even on the bench, was it? Here's Pablo Moreno. Good play from the Spaniard, who looks so good so far, the young man. Made a decent impact so far, Pablo Moreno. And if City don't sign Kane and we sell Jesus, he could be our starting striker. Here's Stefan. Great ball out wide to Micah Hamilton. Oh, it's Edozie actually, Samuel Edozie, and he's fouled Edozie. Free kick to City. James McAtee comes across to it. Good bit of skill from Edozie there. Gets his body across the Preston player to win the free kick. Pablo Moreno wants it, but I think it's going to be Jan Kuto who takes it. Could be the one to replace Kyle Walker in the future, Jan Kuto. Be nice if they told us who'd come on. But obviously, it's not Pilary. Oh, it's Patrick Roberts. Moreno shoots from the free kick, cleared away. Kuto, great touch. Claudio Gomez. Margaret's here. She's saying a 2-0 win to City. Julius, it's nice to have you back. Thank you very much. Good to be back. Here is Jan Kuto up the right-hand side for City. Back they go to Philippe Sandler. Luke Bolton. I will try and name all the players that are on the field, but at the moment it's hard to know who they all are. Here's Pablo Moreno. Intercepted well by the Preston player. Moreno working hard to try and win it back for City though. Shoved to the ground, the Spaniard. Headed away by the number 94. I think it's Finley Burns at the back. Very similar in stature to Stones. El Verano is not my favourite time, says unnamed. Yeah. You know, if you can speak a few words of Spanish just from a small holiday for a few weeks, that's pretty impressive. Spanish is actually, from the experts, the easiest language to learn. And I think it possibly is. You seem to absorb it a lot quicker. It only has masculine and feminine. It doesn't have, like German masculine, feminine, and neutral, which it does for French as well. As Claudio Gomez gives the ball away here. And here come Preston the counter at the right-hand side. Barkhausen. Ball in behind. Philippe Sandler reads it well. Barkhausen once more. Still giving it a go. Hopefully, Google maybe update the team sheet. I can tell you who's in the team. Here's Potts. Good physicality from Edozie. He's one there. And McAtee, big tackle on him by the Preston player. And it is a free kick to Manchester City. Well, all the players that have come on are listed now. So I'll try and change the team sheet, but it's hard to watch the game, change the team sheet at the same time, unfortunately. Here's Roberts. Smith. McAtee. Oh, great ball in behind. Really nice idea as he try and work it to Samuel Edozie. Really good work from James McAtee, who's got that sort of David Silva about him, hasn't he? When we've seen him play for the youth team. And a really good pass there by him. I'll attempt to update the team sheet as quickly as possible. Get the ball away here. Finley Burns on the ball for Manchester City. Of course, City's youth team did win the Premier League 2 title, didn't they, last season? Burns was very much involved in that. And an interesting one is Philippe Sandler, who's got the captain's armband, probably one of the most experienced players in the side at the moment. He is a player that maybe is trusted by Pep Guardiola. And I think when he signed, it was actually, they'd said that he has, as much ability, they believe, as, a Matthias de Ligt can go as far as him. Obviously, it's not quite worked out, unfortunately, for him. But he's a very, very good player. And, he can be a late bloomer, can't he? Not everything goes to plan straight away. There is Burns, who I say is very similar to John Stones. Really is. Stefan Gomez, Claudio Gomez, impressing. He's got to impress really, Claudio Gomez. He's not really done that quite yet for City. When he has, been in the team. Here's Stefan into Philippe Sandler on that left-hand side of defence. Ball forward towards I'm not sure that. I think it's Patrick Roberts who's lost it. Not worked out. One back here by, I think it's James McAtee, but he had made a foul there. He knew what he was doing there, really. Pull the player back. So City have been pretty good in that first half. Of course, a completely different side now. Preston attack though on this right-hand side. Potts plays it backwards. And they come again, playing it round the back. I'm still changing his team sheet. 10 changes is a bit excessive, no? Especially for someone trying to change the graphics here. But fair play to Pep. He's given them all a run out. And I mean, you can't, especially Cancelo and Diaz, their first games back, you can't just throw them in and expect them to play, 90 minutes straight away, can you? And Pep's done the right thing, I think, by taking them out of the team. Right, a team sheet's done now, so that'll be updated. Preston have got a great chance here. In behind. Wing back to the far post, a header that he's looped over the bar. He should do a lot better there, Potts. That was a very good chance for Preston. It's not come off. So team sheet updated. That's the team sheet is looking. Hola, Senor Javi, says Lanky. Hello to you. How are you doing? Benvenido. Lanky. Unnamed News says nothing. He's got no money. No money. Yeah, dinero. Lanky speaks Spanish as well. C says, Unnamed News. Lanky says start a GoFundMe. Is this channel gone fully Spanish now? Are you guys all speaking Spanish to me? No more English? Great and good to be back. Yeah, great to have you again, Lanky. Great to see you all again. I think we're only typing Spanish, though, in the comments now. No, I'm only joking, of course. I've actually got my second channel. I just mentioned before, if you want to give it a subscribe, the second channel, it will be me, a more personal channel. So, me reviewing films. It's something which is a big interest of mine. Personally, I love watching films. That is a passion of mine, I'd say. Travelling, food, a little bit of football as well. So definitely go and subscribe to the second channel. Little promo videos going up next week, I think it is. And I'm going to try and get some videos out, some film reviews and things. I watch films all day. And especially European films. Eventually, you've seen everything. That's my issue. I've seen absolutely everything. So I've just gone to, you know what, we'll watch some European films from now on. No say me that me. Says okay, not quite all Spanish there, name new, but not too bad. Considering you've been in Spain for a few weeks, your Spanish is not too bad at all. Here's Philip Sandler from Manchester City. Why to Luke Bolton, who goes back to Sandler. Bolton more of a right winger, really, but when we've seen Pep use him, he's always been used in a sort of full-back position. McAtee to Bolton, back into McAtee. Great football for Manchester City. Adozie loses it, though, with a poor pass. And James McAtee wins it back. Gomez, wide to Yancuto, the fullback. Bombing on the Brazilian. Wide to Roberts, who tries to flick it back into the path of Cuto. It's good play for Manchester City. Just not quite worked out. Greg Cunningham has come on for Earl on the left-hand side. Next Manchester City player. Was in City's youth team in about 2011, I think, Cunningham. So, not sure what age he is now. Maybe even 30. He's been around that long. Here's Claudio Gomez. McAtee. Oh, it's Bolton, actually. Into Matt Smith. Where is the favourite work location? Asks Lanky. Oh, when is the favourite? Cuando? Yeah, when is the favourite work location? It would be, you've put the. I mean, not to be picky or anything. McAtee with a chance to put a ball in behind. He goes wide to Adozie instead. Is Adozie onto his left foot. Chest the goalkeeper. Straight at him. Oh, Lanky means travel location. Okay. Trabajo is work, Lanky. That's why I was very confused then. Travel is viajar, or to travel. So, where's my favourite travel location? I've been to a few good places. So, been a week since I've done my Spanish revision, says Lanky. Yeah, no, not picky at all. I'm no way, in any way, a Spanish pro at all. Where's my favourite travel location? I've been to a lot of places in my time, to be honest with you. I've been to a lot of places. I don't know anymore, says Lanky. Yeah. Well, there you are. There's a little Spanish lesson for you. Trabajo is work. It's viajar that's travel. So, in case if you're doing Eurovision, I've helped you out there. I charge £5 a lesson, and a lesson's 30 minutes. But no, Preston have got a free kick here. But I've been to many places, Lanky. You know, I've been to Italy, Spain, France. Granted, when I was quite young. Germany's beautiful. Honestly, Germany's a really beautiful place if you get to go there. And I haven't really been to mainland Spain as much as I want to. And I'm sure I'll be doing that pretty soon. I hope so anyway, once, you know, you can travel again. I know more, says Unnamed New, but I can't spell. Yeah, it depends what you learn, isn't it? Because there's 3 different types to language, I think. There's listening, which is understanding the language. There's reading, 4 different types. There's writing and there's speaking. You know, there's 4. You know, you can be able to understand it but not write it. It's very difficult, you know. So, you know, don't put pressure on yourself, especially if you're learning a language, to get one right. Here's Finley Burns from Manchester City. Plays a beautiful ball out wide to Adozi, who's finding acres of space in his left-hand side. Adozi shifts it onto his right foot, is he? Little step over. He's got an overlap here. Adozi still. Oh, into Matt Smith. It's gone all the way through to Patrick Roberts. Roberts on his left foot. Yankuto. He has a strike. Deflected wide. Lanky says, do you do the L in Germany? Rub it in the face. Well, I go to Germany around 2 or 3 times a year, usually. I have friends over there. And I haven't actually seen them for two years because of COVID. But it's a shame, isn't it? Because we could have really rubbed in the Euros, couldn't we? Because I usually go around summer. Could have really rubbed in the Euros result, couldn't we? Although I think they would have rubbed in that they've got a World Cup trophy recently and we haven't. Roberts with a swing and it's long, it's deep. Ooh, Finley Burns gets up but can't get the end of it. Preston players took a bit of a knock to a head here. They slow the game down, Preston, but play on. Long ball. It's a searching ball. Zach Steffen has done well coming off his line very quickly. And he puts it back into Finley Burns, who's looked calm and composed at the back. The 18-year-old. Very impressed. Philippe Sandler. Into Bolton. Sandler stepping up into midfield. He's that confident on the ball, the Dutchman. Yankuto. Takes his time. Wide to Patrick Roberts. City 2, Preston 0. My prediction says, Unnamed New. Here's Kuto. Again, really nice pass into Luke Bolton. 2 very good quality fullbacks, technically gifted in Bolton and Kuto. Kuto especially. Oh, Bolton's give it away though. McAtree tries to wins it back. And he kicks Potts in the ankle. And it's a free kick to Preston. Luke Bolton not quite at a high enough level, is he, at the moment? Preston are going to make a couple of more changes as well. I've actually forgot the clock again. Something I you know, being back, it's not something I remember very much. There we are. We're nearly in time. Nearly in time again. Back with the clock. It's been a long while since we've done a stream, hasn't it, really? Especially these City games. Hopefully, it's going to be really good to get City back. Sean Maguire's coming on, who is a starter for Preston in the league. He's a very good player. And that's one for City to look out for, because he's a willing runner as well in behind the defence. Straight away, they're in behind. He's a mile offside. He's tried to dink the goalkeeper, Steffen. A good run there from the player for Preston. Goalkeeper Ripley sent it straight over the top. And the defence were confident enough that he was a mile offside. Philippe Sandler's gained about 10 yards for that, throwing that forward on the free kick. Here's Steffen. A little bit behind Finley Burns, but he's done okay with it. City have got so many talented players coming through. Ooh. City messing up at the back there. Preston nearly caught us out. Lanky's predicting a 1-1 draw. City playing out from the back again. Gomez nearly caught out on the edge of his box. Burns lumps it away. Up to Moreno, who's headed it back into the danger zone towards Preston. Well done, Burns. Cuto. Preston putting the press on City now. They've played out of it well. Here's Claudio Gomez. Clattered into. Good footwork from Claudio Gomez there. He's another one that's never really made the impression you expected him to when he first signed. Now when he left PSG to join City. Who are on for City? That's plenty of players are on. You can see the updated team sheet on your screen. Oh, McAtee, brilliant skill. See you later, Preston midfielder. Here's James McAtee. Into Pablo Moreno. Great touch by him. Bolton. Moreno again. Matt Smith. Look to try his luck there from range. Into Yankuto instead. McAtee. Oh, brilliant from McAtee. Adozie! 2-0 Manchester City. 2-0. But credit to James McAtee there for an incredible skill. What a left foot this man has. Adozie puts it in the back of the net, but James McAtee here, see you later, 2 or 3 times here, lays it off to Adozie, and he beats the keeper Ripley at the near post along the ground with power. But James McAtee, the superstar, he's looked very, very impressive here. Destroyed the midfield earlier on, picks it up on the edge of the box, and he's got that sort of, I'd say, that way Jack Grealish does, just drags the ball with his left foot. And it's come so easy to him. Lays it off to Adozie in space, great intelligence, great vision from him. And a good goal from Samuel Adozie, and it's looking like another change for Manchester City. Goalkeeper. Zach Steffen coming off. Kieran Slicker's going to come on. I won't update the team sheet. You guys know who's coming on and off. Good goal, wasn't it? Julie says goal. Goal. Shamar says yes. Was a brilliant goal. James McAtee. Really, really good stuff in that midfield. Really, really good stuff. Very impressive. The ball just sticks to his left foot. He's going to drag it all over the place. Then he, takes the defender out of play, gives it to Adozie in space. And Adozie puts it in the near post. Very impressive for Manchester City. 2-0 lead. And I think for Preston, if you're getting beat by pretty much our youth team, then you'd be a bit unhappy, wouldn't you? That is your favourite Manchester City. Sandler there, headed away, captain. He's done alright, Sandler, since he's come on. I think he's a lot older than you think. I think he's about 24, isn't he? He felt like he was about 18 when City signed him. Been at the club a long time. Bolton aggressively attacks that one, the fullback. And City win it back with James McAtee. And he's calm. And he knows exactly what's going on, McAtee. Here he is. Oh, another really nice idea. Smith. Oh, what a ball by Matt Smith. Here's Patrick Roberts. Roberts. Smith, the shocking touch. Gonna go back out here, Yankuto. McAtee, who looks very impressive. Onse is 11, I think. Yeah. What is your favourite Manchester City 11? Well, I'd have Harry Kane up top and Jack Grealish in midfield. No. I'd probably say Zinchenko, Diaz Stones, Cancelo. Then we're going to go with Fernandinho, De Bruyne, Gundogan in the midfield 3. Front 3. Mahrez, Foden, De Bruyne. Or Bernardo Silva. I don't know, really. We haven't really got a striker, have we? I wouldn't pick Jesus. I wouldn't pick Sterling either, although he played very well for England, didn't he? So you feel a bit harsh on him, but he's been bad for City. Here's Sandler. Good passing to McAtee. Plays it off to Luke Bolton. Playing with confidence, James McAtee. He really is. Sandler over to Burns. Cuto. Claudio Gomez under pressure. Does well. Sandler. Well played again. Matt Smith. Cuto. Using City Legends, build your best team ever. Ooh. Goalkeeper Edison. I'll use players that have been around since in my lifetime. There's no point putting, you know, Dozy with a chance across the box here. Oh, Patrick Robertson a tapping if he'd moved towards it. Yeah, with City, I'll use players that I've seen in my lifetime. So, of course, Colin Bell, Bert Trautmann, those sort of players won't go in. So, Edison's in goal because I think he's probably the best goalkeeper we've had in a long time. Right back's got to be Zabaleta. We're going to have Vincent Kompany and centre-back's an hard one. Vincent Kompany, maybe even Diaz at the back. Left back, Kolarov. In the midfield, Fernandinho, Yaya Toure, Kevin De Bruyne. And the front three, David Silva, Samir Nasri and Sergio Aguero. My name new says something in Danish. I know a bit of Danish. That's pretty impressive. I know a bit of Danish as well. Here's Bolton. Smith. On the centre circle. Wide to Jan Cuto. Cuto back to Sandler. And he goes straight into Luke Bolton. City working Preston here. Bolton. Moreno. Bolton again. Gomez. Jan Cuto. Driving. Couple of step overs. Loses it. Great recovery though by Jan Cuto. Who's then on the end of a massive sliding tackle. Tough tackle on the Brazilian. Ooh, it's a tough one. Oh, it's a swipe at Jan Cuto there, referee. It's very nasty, that. He tackles Cuto, he goes for the tackle and misses him and then kicks his ankle with the studs there, the Preston player. Wasn't necessary at all. Referee's not happy with him, I don't think. I don't think Jan Cuto's happy there. It could be a bad injury for the young Brazilian. With a knock on the ankle. Luckily he's up, limping a little bit. Hopefully he can run it off, Jan Cuto. That was a nasty challenge from the Preston player. Unnecessary really, because he'd made the tackle and swiped at Cuto in mid-air to take him down. Looks like Josh Harrop's going to come on for Preston as well. The player who's just made the foul's coming off. Lanky knows a bit of Russian as well. Vodka, Shereshev, St. Petersburg, Golovin and Volyngrad. Very impressive. My name knows Polish as well, huh? You have to go to all these places and talk with these people. So ex-Manchester United player Josh Harrop's on. He's actually quite a good player when I've seen him play. And he's impressive for United. I was surprised he didn't really get more of a chance when he broke onto the screen and onto the scene. Scored that important goal. Was it against Preston, the goal he scored, actually? Here's Roberts, Cuto. Smith, Roberts. It's a poor pass from Patrick Roberts. Bolton will chase it. And he will keep it in from this left-hand side. Oh, great skill from Luke Bolton. Into Matt Smith. Cuto. Moreno. Runs into trouble here. Pablo Moreno. He's hurt his ankle as he runs into the player. Not going to be a free kick. He ran straight into the Preston fullback. And here's Ripley. Up and under. Away, just over the halfway line. Ooh, Sandler's missed it. But he's made a good recovery tackle, Philippe Sandler. Very good player, Philippe Sandler, actually. Don't think he'll make it at City again. He's just not quite good enough, but been impressed. Here's Preston North End again. They've got a bit more possession in the second half, you know, with the less experienced players on. Prime Heart, Prime Edison, says Lanky. If I'm honest with you, this might surprise you. I was never a fan of Joe Hart. I was never really a fan of him, so I'd say Prime Edison. I don't doubt that he had some good games. I mean, that game against Barcelona was ridiculous. The game against Dortmund was ridiculous as well. He's had some really good games, but I think overall, I think Edison's probably better. Honestly. But Hart was good. I'm no doubt Hart was good. I've just never liked him. I just never thought he was that good, to be honest. I thought he had, you know, games where he played a blinder, but he was never one of my favourites, to be honest with you. Ball forward here, intercepted by Philippe Sandler over the halfway line. Little step over by the Dutchman, and then into Claudio Gomez. Really smart play from the centre-back. Gomez into Matt Smith. He's not Doctor Who. He's the one who plays for City. McAtee. Keeps going back to Sandler. He's looking for some space, McAtee. When he excels with space, especially in one-on-one situations, when he finds those, it's when he comes alive. Yankuto. Oh, he's lost the ball here in a bad position. I love Hart. I classify him as a legend. Yeah, I think he's a City legend. There's no doubt about that, Lanky. I just was never the world's biggest fan of him. Crossing by Preston. Oh, it should be a tap-in, really. Just missed the boot of the onrushing striker. I think was offside anyway. Yeah, linesman's give offside. Really nice ball in from the fullback, and it was Sean Maguire, the Irishman, with a chance to get Preston a goal back in this game. Goalkeeper Slicker didn't even come off his line, really. Just seemed to watch the ball flash across his 6-yard box, 8-yard box, whatever it is. Here's James Mac. Oh, Slicker. Nice ball into Moreno. Come through back of him. Did the Preston player. Moreno wasn't too happy with it. The referee says fair challenge. Moreno, who's not had the best of seasons at Girona. Poland is my birthplace, he said in Polish. That's impressive. Polish is I think a hard language to learn. I think I did have a look at this a while back. The hardest languages to learn are, I think Russian's one of them. I think Mandarin's one of them. I think Urdu's also one. I think Hungarian's the other. Those three. Romanian probably in there as well. It's a very similar language to Hungarian. Is Adozi. He's just thrown himself to the floor as he tries to beat the Preston player. Is it because of his L'Oreal? Yeah, I use L'Oreal and not Head and Shoulders. It's a good one. I mean, I've got the hair to use shampoo, haven't I? But no, not because of that. Although it did add to it. There's a reason why I didn't like him. I mean, I use Pantene, and he does that, all that Head and Shoulders adverts. That was one of the reasons. But I just thought, you know, if you're that good of a goalkeeper, you wouldn't get dropped under two different managers, would you? Oh, chance for Preston here, ball in behind. Yankuto, the Brazilian, reads it well and then passes it into Luke Bolton calmly. The game has sort of lost its tempo a little bit since these players have come on, these younger players. I think Claudio Gomez is a bit of a clumsy midfielder. Matt Smith, nice ball out wide to Adozi. He's a runner. Here he comes again, Adozi, the goal scorer. Matt Smith once more. Another switching pass by Smith into Patrick Roberts. Good footwork. Roberts for the strike. It's a mile over the bar from Patrick Roberts. Good work from Roberts, but it's always going over the bar, that one. No dip in it at all from the number 35. Who was expected to be a real big thing, wasn't he, here at the club? The English Messi, they called him, when he signed from Fulham. 15 million or so City spent on him. So they clearly rated him highly. Ball in behind here. Slicker quickly off his line. He's absolutely crushed the Preston player. Oh, this does not look good for the City goalkeeper. He come out to catch it. He's clattered the Preston player. It's a free kick to City. I mean, I don't think the Preston striker could do anything about it, Sean Maguire. He was just, stood there. Straight through each other they come. Both are down injured. I thought we got rid of Gomez to PSV. He was on loan there. I don't think he even made an appearance for them. Ooh. Looks bad for Slick. It's the way his head hit the floor, actually, as he fell. Hopefully the young goalkeeper's okay, but probably will be coming off. Maybe they'd have to bring Stefan back on. I don't know if they can do that. It's not Sean Maguire actually for Preston, it's someone else. Looks like Zach Stefan's coming back on. I feel like I've maybe cursed him by not changing the team sheet. Well, Zach Stefan's coming back on here because Kieran Slicker, who's come on, looks to have really hit the grass hard. Pep's giving a bit of a talk to the youngsters, Pablo Moreno, telling him where he should be running and so on. Yeah, it looks like Stefan's coming back on. There's no third choice goalkeeper. No Scott Carson, which is a bit of a surprise. Maybe Carson isn't fit. City's only signing of the summer so far. Could possibly be City's only signing of the summer altogether, judging by the way the transfer window's going. It was planned and you knew it. And where Kaiki? I don't think he's joined yet. Someone mentioned it before. I think he won't actually. There was rumours that he's going to play for the youth team, it wasn't there? But apparently he's going to go on loan to Troyes in France, which is the team City have bought. Sister club. We've got plenty of sisters and brothers, haven't we now? And I think that Kaiki, because he plays first team football from an NCO, I mean, he's on the bench most of the time, he will be staying there until the end of the Brazilian season, which I believe is in January. So he won't come in January. If you remember, Gabriel Jesus didn't join until January at the end of their season. So it looks like it could be similar again. He'll join in January and then probably go out on loan to Troyes. But the player's still down here. Looking likely that he will be coming off. And Stefan's coming back on. Big shame, really. Sean Maguire giving a talk with his players there. And Josh Harrop. Preston discussing tactics, I suppose. But it doesn't look good for Kieran Slicker, the goalkeeper. He looks down and out, which is a big shame. Plus, he's only just come on, hasn't he? City need Haaland to win the Prem for me. I don't think City need Haaland to win the Prem. They just need someone who can put the ball in the back of the net. I mean, if they got Haaland, I think that's taking City to a completely new level, isn't it? Which isn't going to happen. Haaland's not going to happen. There's no chance of it. I think, maybe someone like... I think Harry Kane's the most likely of the options, isn't he? Although rumours start to come out today about Lautaro Martinez, which worries me. But that is a very likely one. At 60 million, seems like a very Manchester City sort of styling. It looks like Slicker's going to have to go off on a stretcher here. That's a big shame for the young man. He's come on in his first, senior appearance in Manchester City in this pre-season tournament, and it's going to be ended very early. Lanky believes we need Joey Barton. Well, Joey Barton is on a list of players, isn't it, that have clearly had things not quite going the way they should be going in life. And it's only down to him. It's only his own problem. I mean, if you assault someone, got what's coming to you, don't you? So he's always been an idiot, though, hasn't he, Joey Barton? I think City fans can all agree on that one. Joey Barton's always been an idiot. Wayne Rooney's been another idiot. Ryan Giggs. Referee's going to add quite a few minutes here, I suppose. Sandler's trying to stay warm, the captain. I got released by Liverpool because I don't have any stamina to play 90 minutes against the big boys. Well, I suppose if you're playing football against more physical, players, the big boys, as you say, I assume you mean the big boys, then you are, using more energy. Hence, it's harder to keep up. You don't realise it. I think I've managed to be able to get a few games of football in recently, 9-a-side, over the last few weeks. And, when you come up against someone who's a lot bigger than you, you do use a bit more energy, especially when you have to run as well. The more running you do, of course, the more tired you get. Logical. But just making a run and making a pass can really tire you out compared to not doing that. It's hard work. Lanky says Gylfi and Adam Johnson are our best winger ever yet. 2 more there, Lanky. Footballers who just seem to be... You can't excuse their behaviour, can you, really? Of course, we don't know about one of them, to be honest, but Adam Johnson we know about. Pep Guardiola's discussing here with Juan Malio. Ways forward. It looks really bad for the goalkeeper. Hopefully he's okay. It looks really bad. He's still not up. He's been on the floor nearly 10 minutes now. I just wonder how it's going to go. I mean, do they add any minutes? I don't know if they'll add a lot of minutes or not. We're still waiting here to see what will happen with Kieran Slicker. We all want the game to finish by 9 as well, don't we? Because it's Love Island at 9. So, but it's looking unlikely at this rate. They're going to slide him onto the stretcher now. They're not rushing Kieran Slicker here. Who will win the Prem besides City? Well, if City win it, no one else can win it. I assume you mean who's got a chance of winning it. The usual suspects, I think. Liverpool. I think Chelsea are going to make some big signings. I think we're just waiting for that, really. I'm sure they'll sign a striker, to be honest with you. It looks like Jules Koundé is on the way to Chelsea. Manchester United have announced the signs, haven't they, of Jadon Sancho and Rafael Varane, which is fantastic. 2 massive signs for them. And if they get a holding midfielder as well, I'd be very worried about Manchester United if I was a City fan. I mean, the only saving grace, isn't there really, is that the man in charge of Manchester United is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. If it was anyone else, a competent manager, I'd be really, really worried. But luckily for us, it's not. So we might sort of get away with it. But it is a worry that they have got so many good signings, really. Well, off comes Kieran Slicker on a stretcher. Wish him a speedy recovery, of course. Best wishes with him. Hoping it's nothing too serious. It looked like he was maybe concussed, maybe knocked out here, Slicker. Will you make a Prem predictions video before the season starts, Lanky? That's an idea, Lanky. That's something on my list, actually. Who will win your fantasy league, says Unnamed Noob. Yeah, hopefully me. But obviously we want one of you guys to win it as well, because if you win it, then there's a few, prize and things. So if I win it, then it'll just be the person who comes second. I don't think I will win it. But yeah, I'll do a Premier League predictions video. I think that's going to be interesting. Something we can look at the end of the season as well. And if you haven't joined our Fantasy League, by the way, you guys, anyone that's in the chat, go and join our Fantasy League. That is going to be an interesting one. Who's going to win it? So cross comes in here for the Preston player. Headed over the bar by Claudio Gomez. And it's a corner for Preston. I wonder how many added minutes there's going to be. Possibly 10. Josh Harrop goes across to take it. Edozi's had a little stand on his ankle here from someone. And he's limping here. Preston corner. Josh Harrop fires it in. Chance for a header. Sandler away on the volley. Back into the mixer. Cleared away by City. Could be a counter possibly. Preston work it back out wide to Harrop. Up against Claudio Gomez. Little step over. Gomez does well along with Edozi. And City are back in possession. Gomez looks long as well towards McAtee. And Oh, he's done brilliant here, James McAtee. He's like a young David Silva. Oh, it's incredible from McAtee. Works it wide to Edozie. He's been by far the most impressive player. Edozie. Across the box. Tries to bobble it into the path of Pablo Moreno. On the sort of penalty spot, but just couldn't find him. It won't send me the verification email. You got any helpful tips for me? If it hasn't sent you the verification email, maybe you've put your email in wrong. I'm not sure, that's a bit of an odd one. Or maybe sign up with another email if that one's not worked for whatever reason. I think you can click, send again or whatever, and it might send the verification again. Well, definitely do if you can sign up to it. It's going to be interesting. Here's Bolton. Edozie. Oh, shocking pass towards Sandler. Maguire's in the end of it. Poor pass, but Preston still have a sustained attack here. Working it wide. To the left-hand side now. Cunningham. Ball in behind to someone who's a mile offside there. Shocking run. How he's read that so poorly. There's Zach Steffen, City, play it all the way back to the American. Who's really grown into this sort of ball-playing goalkeeper role, hasn't he? You maybe wouldn't say that he was good enough to do that at first, but he's looking like it. Moreno's lost it here. He's just got to pass it, Pablo Moreno. Not quite got the physicality. Chance here, and it's behind for a corner again for Preston, who are pushing to try and get a goal. And they just might get a goal before the end. 88 minutes played. I'm not sure if they do still do added time in pre-season, but could see 10 minutes or so added time. Here's Harrop, who looks to fire one. So just at head height again, and he does. It's a good one. Sandler heads it away. Roberts chase it down. With a chance to swing one in for Preston. Work it wide to Harrop. With a fantastic cross. Good defending from Smith. Sliding to put it behind for another corner for Preston North End. And Josh Harrop can really put a good cross in. Sandler's done well defending the first two. This is attempt number 3 for Harrop. Harrop swings it in. Sandler knocks it away. Huto. Preston work it wide. Chance here for Preston. Across the box. Defended away by you again, but Philippe Sandler. Preston still come forward. Wide to Harrop. There's someone in loads of space. Acres of space. Cross across the box. Steffen misses it. Oh, and Preston should tap it in at the back post. It was Cunningham, I think, sliding in, but couldn't get in the end of it to score against his old club. Have you ever injured someone in a footy match, this Lanky? Yeah, plenty. No, not really. I don't think so, not really. I do remember at school once we had a sports hall that had one of these sort of metal climbing frames that was sort of attached to the wall, and then they pulled it out and it'd like fit into areas of the what do you call it, a sports hall, sports centre floor, and you could go up and do like climbing up ropes and things. But for most of the time it was attached to the wall. And we had a football match against the team once, and the team came, and the pitch was waterlogged. It's just a normal pitch, not fancy or anything. And they said, we're going to have to play inside. So everyone said, that's fine. But the lads who've on the other team haven't brought any trainers. They've only brought football boots. So we're going to have to play in our socks, which was a ridiculous idea because it's slippy enough already, isn't it? So we had to play in our socks, and the first tackle I did, I went to kick the ball, and I missed the ball completely. And it's basically some guy was trying to shield the ball slightly. I just tried to lump it away, and I ended up kicking him in the back of the leg. And I kicked his leg because he was near like the sort of the sideline. I kicked his leg into that metal pole and his foot into the pole. Of course, he had no shoes on, so it probably hurt 10 times worse than if he had shoes on. I got sent off, and he stopped. He didn't play after that. So I suppose that's my story of ever injuring someone in a football match, one I remember well. Preston got a free kick here. Claudio Gomez just overzealous to try and win the ball back in these 9 minutes of added time. So 2nd minute of added time, I'm already into it, but 9 minutes of added time will take us all the way up to Love Island. Harrop swings it in. Claudio Gomez away. Roberts trying to battle for it. He's been poor, Roberts. You can see just never got any better in his career. I think he's got worse, which is a surprise. Tried to skip past Roberts here. He's used his physicality well. Or is it Yan Kuto? Let's give it straight back to Preston. Preston have worked hard in this second half, and they've been probably the better side, barring that lovely bit of skill from James McAtee that created the second goal. Here's Harrop. City will want this clean sheet, I'm sure of that. McAtee takes one in the side of the chest. Closing the ball down. He's like David Silva, honestly. Won't send verification emails. That's very odd that Tui had that problem with the Premier League app or the Premier League site. I had absolutely no problems when I signed up. Like I said, maybe try another email, or there must be another way. Maybe have a Google of it. Here's McAtee. Trying to put a ball over the top there. Preston back in the ball. 93 minutes played, and we've actually gone up by, I think, 20 subscribers in today's video, which is incredible. Thank you very much. 20 subscribers in one live stream. I don't think I've ever had that before. We started the live stream on 1,420, I think 1,421, and we've gone up to 1,440. So fantastic. Thank you very much for that to all the people who have subscribed. My mate once dislocated a guy's shoulder by shoulder barging him into the floor. He left an ambulance. Wow. Yeah, I've seen that happen before. I've been and watched a couple of games from family, and this lad got shoulder barged and broke his collarbone straight away. The guy hit him that hard. So that's one. I mean, I'd just get out of the way, to be honest with you. I used the Gmail my dad made, but it doesn't work because I'm naming it. Yeah, I'm not quite sure it doesn't work. It should work, the verification email. I had absolutely no problems. Like I said, you can maybe try another email, or there must be a way around it. Game has been very quiet in the second half, barring that goal. Not much exciting action, to be honest with you. Just sort of pitted out towards the end. Yankuto here at fullback. With a throw in. 94 minutes played. Kuto. Back to Finley Burns. He goes across the box to Sandler. It's a risky pass. It's not come off, but Luke Bolton's got there instead. Sandler with a nice pass. Oh, brilliant. Here's Adozie. He's trying to work it to James McAtee. He's gone to Pablo Moreno instead. City have got acres of space on the far side if Moreno can find him. Oh, it's poor by Moreno. Luckily, he gets on the end of it. Here's Yankuto. Yeah, Lanky says, tells it to check spam. That's a good idea. Check the spam emails, or junk, or whatever it's called, on your Google, on your Gmail, or whatever you use. That's full time. Referee's played not the 9 minutes. He played 95 minutes. I think he realised the game was getting towards the end. That was a good contest between the two sides. Plays that stood out to me, most definitely James McAtee in that second half, and probably like some Morgan Rogers, Cole Palmer in the first half as well. Yankuto had a decent game. I slide tackled a player and dislocated his kneecap. Ouch. That's one that's not nice, is it? But thank you very much for joining us on this live stream. It's been fantastic to have you. If you're worried about the newest FIFA episode, I'm going to try and sort that out now as quick as I can. Get onto YouTube on live chat or something and just say, come on now. You've copyright strike me for absolutely nothing, but that's what they do. You know, you can mention some stuff, can't you? You can say some disgusting things online, but if you affect the Premier League's pocket for about 30p, then they're on your back. It's terrible. Is McAtee English, says Lanky. He is. And Unnamed Noob got his prediction right. He did. You predicted 2-0. Ben Knight as well. A quick mention to Ben Knight. Very lively as he played for a striker position. The number 96. So, like I said, thank you very much for having you all today. It's been great to share this stream with you. We've had 1,794 playbacks, which is fantastic. And like I said, up by 20 subscribers. So hopefully the live streams do fantastic in this upcoming season, which is not too far away. And hopefully we've got a couple of new signs to talk about by next time around this channel. Please do subscribe if you're not subscribed. Like the video if you haven't liked it. Subscribe to the second channel, which is my personal channel. I'm going to be putting some stuff out there pretty soon, probably in the next week or so. So it'd be nice to get a bit of support on that. not really football related. So if you like things other than football, and just me as a person, if you do. Thought so. Bye, Javi Garcia. Gracias, says Lanky. Thank you very much. It's been great to have you guys. We'll see you next time.